Here's a quick tutorial on how to effectively ruin your attention span. Step 1. Wake up whenever you want to. Don't begin your day before you have to at some unreasonable hour. No, push the alarm as much as you can. Make sure that the first thing you do, preferably while still in bed, is check all of your social medias and email and scroll through every notification that you had last night. This will ensure that you begin your day reacting to everyone else and start with a clearer vision of what others have and want than yourself. Step number 2. Don't do anything that requires concentration. After getting out of bed, avoid doing anything that requires your focus. Don't make your bed, don't shower, and above all else, don't exercise in any way, shape, or form. After all, you just woke up. Avoid planning your day out and only do the things that you have to do or that you're forced to do. Doing these things, especially exercise, requires self-discipline, which is detrimental to maintaining a low attention span. When someone tries to have a conversation with you, be visibly disengaged and distracted. Check your phone repeatedly and listen only to respond. If you carelessly let yourself get interested in what they're saying, you will begin listening to understand them, which requires focus. Such a rookie mistake. Step 3. Believe that you can't change. One of the most important beliefs you need to effectively ruin your attention span, and life for that matter, is that you are incapable of changing. Make excuses for yourself, like, oh well, I'm just terrible with names, or you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Blame your age or lack of experience. Do whatever it takes to convince yourself that it's not your fault that you are the way that you are. Fortunately, as we get older, our attention span will naturally fade because we live most of our lives in autopilot and our habits will do most of the work for us. But we can fast lane this process by staying in the victim mode and trying even harder to believe that you can't change. Step 4. Multitask as much as possible. Our focus is like a pie. The more we fragment and split it, the better the chances are of lowering our attention span. This is great because it makes us feel and look like we are getting lots of stuff done, when in reality, we are slowly ruining our ability to focus. You don't even have to do much, just make it look like you're doing lots of stuff and are super busy and then act superior to everybody else. And encourage others to do this. After all, look at all the stuff you're doing. Then they will feel good about multitasking. All the while, our delicious, sneaky plot of ruining ourselves and our ability to focus is slowly infiltrating the ranks of the conscious mind. Step 5. Procrastinate. When somehow a thought of becoming useful somehow slips into your mind, avoid focusing on it. Push as much as you can onto your future self. After all, sometime in the future, you'll probably be a blur of productivity, and doing all this stuff will be easy. To engrave this deeper, spend the majority of your time daydreaming about one idea, then the next. Don't dwell and make actionable steps. That might actually amount to something. Just continue to expect that somehow in the future, you'll be a productive, focused individual while doing nothing in the present to make it a reality. To top it all off, this will give you a false sense of yourself. And if you're lucky, you may even believe that you are that person. Step 6. Avoid reading at all costs. This one really shouldn't be that hard for you. Reading takes very little work, but usually just enough that most people avoid it. If you have the misfortune of enjoying reading, you are truly in grave danger of getting smarter and increasing your attention span. So to help prevent this, move your books out of sight. Don't have them in your office or your room. Then make a list of your favorite TV shows on your phone so that when you feel the compulsive urge to better yourself, you can quickly shift your focus. Step number 7. Make your environment as distracting as possible. Our houses are split into rooms, so find ways to place interruptions and distractions at all locations. Place several TVs around the house and leave them on at all times. This will ensure that you'll always be slightly distracted, ever lowering your attention span as it bounces from one thing to the next. At your desk or your place of work, to really lower your attention span, place your phone face up and within reach at all times. Make sure your notifications are on the loudest setting so that you're sure to hear them. Even if you don't look at your phone, this will still alert your brain that you're missing out on something and make it next to impossible to focus and have a good attention span. Now, of course, your boss probably won't like this. Your friends and your family will suffer for sure, and your life will rapidly spiral. But you're on a noble path of non-excellence. Maybe someday they'll understand your quest for ruined attention.